Please, everyone please stand. Please bow your heads. O God, who has established knowledge for our discernment and wisdom for our increase, be with Darlington School today as we celebrate the graduation of the class of 2021. We give thanks for those who have nurtured us, taught us, and given us both discipline and encouragement. May the members of this graduating class grow in knowledge and wisdom from this day forward. Be present in our rejoicing, we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Grace. Please be seated. It is my honor and great pleasure to welcome you to this celebration and graduation exercises for the class of 2021. It is truly great to see you all here today, and we offer our most hearty Darlington welcome. I want to say thank you to the members of the Board of Trustees who are here today, and most especially to Dr. Bob Hortman, who concludes his tenure as chair of the board at this ceremony today. Thank you, Bob. I'm also excited to be joined on the stage today by Chad Woods, Sam Moss, and Witt Whitaker. Interestingly enough, in this unusual year, all three, including Mr. Whitaker, played significant roles in helping us make the decisions we made to reopen school and have on-campus learning this year. Thank you all for being here. To my right is the wonderful Darlington faculty and staff. They have done an amazing job throughout your entire careers at this school, and we are indebted to them for all of their great work. Please join me in thanking the faculty and staff. And of course, most especially, we welcome the honored members of the class of 2021 and their families and special guests. We recognize at this point in time both those of you that are here and those of you that are with us virtually from around the world. You have made it to graduation, and we are excited for you. I would also like to take a moment to remember those that have supported us on this journey who are no longer with us today. And we remember at this time especially Tyler Studstill. I would ask that you join me in a moment of silence in honor of all of those people. Thank you. At this time, I would like to ask anyone who is an alum or an alumna of Thornwood School or Darlington School to please stand and be recognized. If you are or have been a student we affectionately refer to as a DAR baby, a 13, 14, or 15-year student at Darlington, would you please stand? If you've been a 4-year student in the boarding program, would you please stand? And if you are the parent of a member of the class of 2021, would you please stand and be recognized? Today marks the 116th Commencement Exercises of Darlington School. Commencement is a special word as it is defined as both a beginning and an end. In this case, the ceremony of granting diplomas to this special group of students. Class of 2021, we know that you are ready for the next chapter. You have faced adversity, and you have navigated 2 years of a high school experience unknown to anyone else here. Take a deep breath, or several, and enjoy these moments today. As your career as a Darlington student ends, I hope that you will remember, most importantly, that we love you. And second, you will always be a Darlington Tiger. Take what you have learned, your successes, your failures, your relationships, your individuality, and be confident in knowing that you make a worthy contribution to our world. As the alma mater says, forward ever be our watchword, conquer and prevail. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce you to another member of the class of 2021, the president of the student body, Tyler Watkins. Tyler will attend the University of Georgia in the fall.
Thank you, Mr. Bell. Good morning. Wow, it's been an interesting journey for my classmates and me, and it's been nothing short of a crazy year. First, I would like to thank every single person who has helped me and my classmates get to this point. Some of us have been here for quite a while, some just a few years, but no matter how long, it's been the people in the Darlington community who made this experience so special. This year has been really tough. We've been faced with a lot of different challenges, but in all, I think we were able to love one another and grow close together as a class, which helped us get through such hardships and many uncomfortable times. A couple months ago, Mr. Shorey, our AP Calculus teacher, spoke to us about how he was going to enter a rowing competition and that he would be rowing for 3 hours straight. When one of my classmates asked, why would he do this to himself? His response was this: if you practice being uncomfortable, then at times when you are truly uncomfortable, it won't be as bad. I believe Mr. Shorey's response is very applicable to the circumstances we have all faced in the last 14 months. These circumstances were not of our choosing, unlike Mr. Shorey's rowing competition, but it's what life has dealt us. And I believe this experience has made us tougher and more resilient to future hardships and will definitely prepare us for the next chapter in our lives. It's who we are. I remember during quarantine in our junior year, sitting wishing I had my friends with me. It was hard and uncomfortable for the whole class. I think it was hard on a lot of us to truly be by ourselves for that long. When we got back in August, there were a lot of smiles. Even though you could not see the smiles because of the mask we wore, I know they were there. I think coming from such an uncomfortable situation at the end of junior year to the start of our senior year, it truly did bring us together as a class, and we learned the true meaning of having love for one another and being thankful for one another. So like I said, it was a year that we had not expected. The many months after the start of our senior year, we were hit by a tragedy. I know that we didn't expect it, but when you lose a classmate, a little bit of your heart dies. I remember sitting there in the library, hearing the news of Tyler stood still and seeing many of my classmates break down in tears. That time of just not knowing what to do or what to think was really hard on our class. But I think looking back on it, getting through the pain and loss and enjoying our senior year, it's what Tyler would have wanted for us. We finished the senior year, but we did it for him because we loved him. Although our class had a tough fall and winter, we kept pushing through it. We had a great spring with rumpus and prom, but most of all, we did it together. We persevered through the uncomfortable times and hardships, and we were able to get through it. And that's the message. No matter what challenges we face in the future, we're going to conquer them. Because this class in particular has learned perseverance and knows when not to quit and not to lay down, and will keep on fighting through whatever hardships that lie ahead. Lastly, senior class, I would like to thank my classmates. I'm going to miss the many times in the Huffman parking lot and the times walking over through the tunnel in the morning, regretting taking AP Calculus at 8 o'clock. I'm going to miss the times when we sat in the growl talking about whatever. I'm going to miss the times when Carl McDermott yells no as loud as he can. I'm going to miss the times in AP Econ and the talks with Mr. Willerson. But mostly, I think as a class, we're going to miss each other, and Darlington in particular. I love every one of y'all, and I know this uncomfortable year has prepared us for the next chapter of our lives. I want to thank Darlington for the best 14 years of my life. Seems like yesterday some of us were Smith Smarties trying to stay out of trouble, and now we're seniors who are about to walk across this stage and graduate. I'm going to try not to cry because a major part of our lives is about to end. May God bless you all. May God bless the class of 2021. Thank you.
I'd like to ask Cooper Cates, President of the Honor Council, to come forward to introduce our commencement speaker. Next year, Cooper will attend Georgia Institute of Technology.
Alexander Witt Whitaker graduated from Darlington in 1977. Following his education at Berry College, he spent 25 years as an active duty Navy officer and judge advocate. A designated international law specialist, his many tours and assignments in the U.S. Navy earned him numerous decorations and personal awards. Whitaker retired from the Navy as a captain in 2007. Following this time, Whitaker served as a senior officer at Berry College for nearly a decade, as he now has served as president of King University since 2016 and is a member of Darlington's Board of Trustees. Although I do not know Mr. Whitaker personally, I do know that he cares a great deal for Darlington and its students. Please join me in welcoming our 2021 Commencement Address speaker, Alexander Witt Whitaker.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Cooper, for those wonderful remarks. And Cooper, you came perilously close to breaking the honor code with your kind remarks about me. Thank you very much for that. It says much, of course, about this school that we put students up front and center as we do. It emphasizes what is always and ever the focus of this school, and that is our students. Thank you both also for your leadership of your graduating class during this most challenging year. Graduates, parents, fellow trustees, faculty, guests, Mr. Bell, Mr. Woods, Mr. Moss. And I have to stop here and say, Sam, it's always good to see you at Darlington. Sam and I have known each other since 1959, when each of us in very different ways arrived at the upper school, Sam as a freshman, and me as a newborn from Floyd maternity wing as a child of a faculty member. Sam, thank you for your long and unselfish dedication to this school we both love so much. It's a high honor indeed to speak to you today. It is because of the quality, the rigor, the prestige, and the history of this extraordinary school. And it is so especially because of the strength of you, this graduating class. Indeed, those of you soon to graduate have had to face adversity of a sort not known in peacetime for more than a century. You've had to be flexible, patient, and creative. You've no doubt had to contend with worry, about the health and lives of those you know and love especially. You've had to adjust your habits and expectations. You've had to sacrifice. It has not been an easy year. But you have conquered. You have prevailed. And today, you gather to move forward. I would also be remiss if I were not to mention the one of your own, one of Darlington's own, sadly missing from our gathering this morning. But Tyler Studd still is and always will be a member of the class of 2021. And though all of us grieve his loss, we are also grateful for how he contributed to his class, to this school, and to those who knew him. You've learned much in the days and years leading up to today, and I'm keenly aware that I am now all that stands between you and being a graduate of Darlington and an alumnus of the school. But permit me to offer you one, and only one, last bit of advice. Counsel I do earnestly hope you take to heart, because from experience and observation, I strongly believe it is a key, perhaps ultimately the key, to a happy and fulfilled life. And that is, quite simply, be grateful. Now, this is sadly a countercultural idea these days. We see angry, unhappy, and ungrateful people all around us. And anger, unhappiness, and ingratitude always seem to be traveling together, do they not? Indeed, when have you ever seen an angry and unhappy person who is also a grateful person? Never, I suspect. And why is this so? I think it is because the essence of gratitude is to look outside of oneself and to think of others. To be grateful is by definition to acknowledge the gift of others, and thereby the dignity, the goodness, and the wonder of others also, beyond ourselves. It is to see ourselves as integrally connected to and dependent on others, and not simply a self-sufficient island unto ourselves. Gratitude thus organically forms friendship and community, communities such as the one your class has built and will continue to build through the years. One person at a time, and that shared gratitude builds on that further. To be grateful implies always seeing the good, even when there is much bad, and maybe especially at times like these past 14 months when there has been much bad, and we have been compelled to see more clearly what matters the most in life. Gratitude ensures having a realistic view of ourselves rather than a sense of entitlement. To be grateful implies we're not sufficient on our own, and therefore are by ourselves lacking and incomplete and in need of others, thus forcing us to admit our shortcomings. Gratitude thereby produces humility. And as we show gratitude toward others who are likewise imperfect, gratitude engenders a balanced perspective about humanity and the self, and also yields a balanced temperament and a character of grace. No longer do we insist others become like us. We see good outside of ourselves in others and seek to be more like the best of them. Now, ungrateful people are rarely optimists. Indeed, because they're turned in on themselves, they are unable to be realistic, much less hopeful about the world to which they're connected. They indeed have little reason for hope, delimited as they are by the squalidness of the moment and the narrowness of the self. But the grateful person always sees possibilities far beyond that, because the habit of gratitude has secured that broader horizon. This realism about ourselves and others, this comfort in our own skin and with others, is also what yields humor, as we're able to laugh about ourselves and all that is funny around us. Show me a humorless soul, and I will show you an ungrateful person. Being grateful, that is, having that attitude and reflex, is critically important, but it's not enough. William Faulkner once wrote that gratitude is a quality similar to electricity. It must be produced and discharged and used up in order to exist at all. We must display and express that gratitude for it to have its full force and power, and that too is a habit. It can be in simple thank yous or actions that express thanks to others, handwritten notes, unexpected text messages. It can be words of encouragement and thanks to those around us. But most importantly, and it's how we choose to live the totality of our lives. But just as gratitude without action is meaningless, so also are those actions meaningless if they are false or feigned. We must be truly and honestly thankful, and we must express that. When this is done without expectation of recognition or reciprocity, it in turn encourages gratitude in others, and so it spreads. And it is this pandemic of gratitude we so desperately need right now in our broken and angry world, with each of us as highly infectious and symptomatic carriers. I suspect some who embrace ingratitude dismiss gratitude as an excuse for avoiding change. They might see appreciation for the good as what allows the bad to continue. They might mistake contentment, which gratitude produces, with complacency. These are the sort of people who see gratitude as weakness, as passivity, as compromising. And they are, by the way, usually deeply unpleasant people, rigidly judgmental, intolerant, and insistent on having their own way. But they are also quite wrong, because it is only the person who is grateful for the good who is able to see the good. It is only the grateful person who can likewise see the world clearly as it might actually become, versus pursuing some unattainable utopia with all the angerness, bitterness, disappointment, and ingratitude such unrealistic pursuits inevitably prompt. It is the grateful person, too, who, having enjoyed the happiness that comes with such real goodness, who is most likely to pursue it and bring about meaningful change. It is gratitude, more than politics or pity or piety, that is the most powerful and enduring force for making the world a better place. It is also true that it is the grateful person most capable of leading others. Most of you in the class, owing to your preparation here, will become leaders. And ungrateful people make terrible leaders. If you think about those leaders you've observed and under whom you've served, have not the best of them, in addition to all their other strengths, been those with a spirit of gratitude. We reflexively trust and follow those leaders we know appreciate our work and contribution, who recognize our efforts, and who see their success inexorably bound up with ours. Being a grateful person won't ensure you're a great leader, but if you're not a grateful person, you will never be one who can lead others effectively. In February of last year, just before the pandemic struck, and Mr. Bell called me about speaking at graduation, one of my favorite comics, Orson Bean, who was before your time, died when he was hit by 2 cars in Venice Beach, where he lived. Your parents and grandparents will remember Orson Bean from game shows and as one of the most frequent guests on the old Johnny Carson show. He was a very, very funny man, a great storyteller and raconteur. He was also, for much of his life, a very secular soul, agnostic at best, who struggled with alcohol and demons of all sorts, despite his success. In his fine memoir, Safe at Home, and a similar one-man show with the same title, I Commend to You, on YouTube, he tells his life story, and also the story of his encounter with God, which began with showing gratitude. The stories differ somewhat in the play and book, but in his book, Orson Bean writes of advice he got from a fellow AA participant he described as having a rough mug but eyes of inner peace. Bean recounts, I told him about my reluctance to think of a higher power or anything divine. What advice did he have? I asked. Get down on your knees, his friend said, and thank God every morning. Do it again at night. But I don't believe in God, Bean replied. It doesn't matter. Just do it, his friend retorted. But why on my knees? He likes it, his friend said. Having failed to find meaning and healing in his life in any other way, he gave it a try. If there's anybody there, he prayed, thank you for my day. Orson Bean made this a daily habit. Soon it was no longer foolish to him, and it became very much a part of who he was. In offering thanks, even to a silent God he had not known, he felt something new. Before I knew it, he said, I felt as if there was something or someone there who knew me and cared about me, who actually loved me. Orson Bean in his later years was a deeply devout Christian, but no less a deeply funny man. But gratitude had changed his life at its core and given him peace with himself, with others, with his past, with God. And when we begin to realize that so much goodness comes into our lives from outside ourselves, from others and the world around us, from ways entirely unlikely and unexpected, it's not hard for that gratitude also ultimately to point us to the giver of every good and perfect gift. Perhaps you haven't yet developed that habit of gratitude, or more likely you have here at Darlington. But you want to make it far more of a reflex. Today is exactly the right day to do it. That's because today is the culmination of many gifts you've been given, many sacrifices made on your behalf, and much, much love poured upon you in abundance over all the years you've lived so far. Let me quickly highlight, in addition to God, 3 worthy recipients of your gratitude. Your family, your parents worked for many years before the thought of preparing for college ever entered your mind to make this moment possible. They did so by supporting your education even before you went to kindergarten. They worked hard and sacrificed many things so you could come to this moment today. This is your accomplishment, of course, but it would not have happened without their love and encouragement and support. Thank them in unmistakable fashion today, and thank them also with how you live your life moving forward. Likewise, you had faculty and staff and coaches here invested in your success, almost to a person. They could have, owing to their smarts and talents and many other attributes, been elsewhere making more money and pursuing other lines of work. But well before meeting you, they chose to serve you, to dedicate their lives to helping you become the successful person you are today and will continue to be. And don't think for a moment that Darlington faculty are like those at other schools. They are not. They are truly set apart because of the intensity of their commitment to you. They too deserve your thanks today and for many years to come. Now, at the risk of your telling your friends after today, our graduation speaker sees dead people, let me tell you about another group of people who are with you today, although you cannot see them. They stand in every empty space on this campus, at every window. They cover every rooftop. They're gathered around the lake. That is, they would if gathered here, because there are thousands of them. And no, you can't see them exactly, but they've been here with you for your entire time at Darlington. And your being here today is proof of that. Many of them, some living and some not, are alumni of this school. But there are also others who simply share Darlington's values and commitment to making your education possible. All of you worked hard and sacrificed with your families to be here, but that did not cover the full cost of your education. For some of you, not even most of the cost. It was this silent, invisible group of people who made that possible by the scholarships they funded, the buildings they built, the programs and teams they underwrote. And it was for most of them a sense of gratitude that prompted them as they paid it forward, an expression of their own thanks for what Darlington did for them directly or indirectly. So you see, we are all here, you are here at this moment of gratitude because of the gratitude of others, bringing it full circle. Shortly you will receive your diploma, but standing beside us on the platform, unseen, they too are here, passing to you the baton, for today you join them as alumni who will one day make this same moment possible for the students who will follow you for generations to come. Finally, let me express my own gratitude on a deeply personal level. My connections to this place span my entire life and more than half of this school's long history. There's very little about me that does not bear the imprint of this school and its people. You will soon enough say the same thing. And your gratitude for this place, as has mine, will only increase as you realize what a great gift you've been given with a Darlington education in all its dimensions. We are exceedingly proud of you, all that you've achieved here and all that you will accomplish in the years ahead. Congratulations, class of 2021. Godspeed to each and every one of you. And remember, be grateful always.
I'm now pleased to present the Outstanding Darlington Strings Ensemble and Concert Choir under the direction of Mrs. Annie Camp and Mr. Ben McVetti, accompanied by Mrs. Kim Tennell.
so. Did we go upper row to the end? Addison come down. Everyone go upper row. Go to the third level.
of your labor will come back to you. What you sow, you will reap. Reap what you sow. What you plant in your life will surely grow. And what you grow with love will surely bloom. And the fruit of your labor will come back to you. Come back to you. Do not tire from doing good. And never give up when the road gets rough. For one day soon a great reward you'll see from the good you've done when the harvest comes. When the harvest comes, what you sow you will reap. You will reap what you sow. What you plant in your life will surely keep until you achieve the striving goal. You strive and taste the joy. And taste the joy. And then you'll taste the joy of your reward. Come taste the joy of your reward. What you sow, you reap what you sow. What you plant in your life will surely grow. And what you grow with love will surely bloom. And the fruit of your labor will come back to you. What you grow with love will surely bloom. And the fruit of your labor will come back to you. Come back to you.
Thank you, orchestra, concert choir, Annie, Ben, and Kim. Before I announce the salutatorian and valedictorian of the class of 2021, we need to recognize 3 other groups of students who've achieved distinction this year. You'll notice in your programs that some students are identified as graduating with honors, high honors, or cum laude. Acquiring these distinctions is no small feat. Honors graduates have a final senior average of 90 or above with no final grade below 85. High honors graduates have earned a final senior year average of 95 or above with no final grade below 90. Finally, the cum laude is the secondary school equivalent of Phi Beta Kappa and is the highest academic honor Darlington can bestow on a group of students. Membership is based on superior academic performance in the 9th through 12th grades with a minimum cumulative average of 93 or higher, at least 2 honors or advanced placement courses each year, or 8 such classes over 4 years, high class rank, sound character, and a satisfactory personal record. Please join me in recognizing these 3 groups of graduates for their commitment and achievement. Now I present the medal for salutatorian of the class of 2021. Yihan Helen Sui of Shanghai, China. Helen has been learning virtually this year. She can't join us. The medal for the valedictorian of the class of 2021 is awarded to Stephen Yan, Shanghai, China. Stephen is also learning virtually this year. He could not join us.
We had the pleasure yesterday of honoring many students at Honors Day. The two highest awards given at Darlington in any academic year, however, are presented at graduation. They are the Thornwood Bracelet for General Excellence and the Darlington Medal for General Excellence. These honors are bestowed upon a senior girl and a senior boy who have made valuable contributions in many areas of school life, and whose lives exemplify the characteristics of integrity, responsibility, service, and scholarship. The 2021 winner of the Thornwood Bracelet for General Excellence is Leslie Grace Garlinghouse, Fayetteville, Arkansas. The 2021 winner of the Darlington Medal for General Excellence is Oluwasiji Oluwason Shota, Lagos, Nigeria. At this time, we will take a moment to grant the diploma of Tyler Studstill to his family. In February, we lost a beloved member of the class of 2021, Tyler Studstill. Yesterday, we dedicated a tree beside Silver Lake in his memory. The inscription on that plaque reads, "Though we mourn for all he might have become, let us remember him for all that he was. For many will search their entire lives and never experience such joy and favor, or touch so many in all of their days." And in keeping with the times, and a point that will help us in memory of Tyler, there are two hashtags. One that says, "Love big, like Tyler," and the other that says, "All gas, no brakes." At this time, it is my honor to present Tyler's Darlington diploma to his sisters, Lauren Alden and Anna Lee. Mr. Moss.
Tyler Mayer Studstill, Lakeland, Georgia.
Mr. Woods.
Class of 2021, just a few minutes, you become alums of this great institution. As a faculty and staff, we are proud of all you have accomplished. We know that you will leave here with confidence, connections, and compassion to be successful in both your college and career and be meaningful contributors to the greater good. Soon to be graduates, You hail from 15 countries and 11 states. 18 of you have spent your entire academic career with us. 17 of you are four-year boarding students. 12 of you have parents who are alumni. 4 of you have grandparents who are alumni. 37 of you have relatives who have graduated from Darlington. More than half of you had to quarantine at some point this year. Some more than once. And some of those in Persons Hall. And one of you had to quarantine 6 times over this last year. And 2 more pending, right? You are athletes, artists, and servant leaders. You have been accepted at 182 different colleges. You have earned more than $5 million in scholarships, not including the Hope Scholarship. You will be attending 75 different colleges and universities in the fall in 23 states, Washington, D.C., England, Spain, Mexico, China, Italy, Turkey, and Hong Kong. You all will forever be a Darlington Tiger. Dr. Hortman, Mr. Bell, on behalf of the faculty, I am proud to present to you the exceptional graduates of the class of 2021. We will now award their diplomas. Seniors in the first row, please stand and come to the base of the stage and wait as Mr. Moss reads your names.
Ayodime Tiwatope Adenrele, Oniru, Nigeria. Martin Adamson Albar, Atlanta, Georgia. Jeffrey Harrison Allen, Cartersville, Georgia. Shakiria Lynette Anderson, Rome, Georgia. Nadira Oyenlola Atalagbe, Mableton, Georgia. Alexandra David Alston, Rome, Georgia. Rashawn Ryan Bain, Nassau, Bahamas. Eli Vandiver Baldwin, Rome, Georgia. Sarah Alice Barngrover, Columbus, Georgia. Axel Frederick Johannes Berglund, Turku, Finland. Daria Alana Black, Cinnamonson, New Jersey. Jaden Avery Boswell, Adairsville, Georgia. Madeline Elizabeth Bradshaw, Rome, Georgia. Jackson Browning Brewster, Rome, Georgia. Kendall Lee Brittingham, Kennesaw, Georgia. Joseph Lawson Brown, Rome, Georgia. Maria Capuz Martinez, Madrid, España. Katie Elizabeth Carlton, Rome, Georgia. Evan James Carrington, Knoxville, Tennessee. Jose Guillermo Castellanos Leal, Maracaibo, Venezuela, in absentia. Cooper Efton Cates, Rome, Georgia. Lauren Elizabeth Childs, Rome, Georgia. Quentin Vaughn Clark, Rome, Georgia. Aiden Jordan Cloud, Rome, Georgia. Ihan Stie, Shanghai, China, in absentia. Milan Alexa de la Pena, Montego Bay, Jamaica. Artemis Alicia Deslandes Hides, Grand Cayman Island, Cayman Islands. Melissa Davidas, Istanbul, Turkey. Rayhan Darcy, Johannesburg, South Africa. Zoe Caroline Dillman, Rome, Georgia. Yu Hong Dean, Beijing, China, in absentia. Mei Duan, Beijing, China, in absentia. Catherine Sheila Dole, Gastonia, North Carolina. Cameron Lindsay Ellison, Rome, Georgia. Cameron John Hewell Evans, Nassau, Bahamas. Tianning Fang, Ningbo, China, in absentia. Jackson Alexander Floyd, Rome, Georgia. Ricardo Friziani, Rome, Georgia. Axel Heinrich David Funk, St. James, Barbados. Leslie Grace Garlinghouse, Fayetteville, Arkansas. Matthew Bryant Garrett, Cedartown, Georgia. Leonardo Pedroso Gobo, Curitiba, Brazil. Emma Jane Good, Rome, Georgia. Lawson Barrett Goodwin, Aragon, Georgia. Dawson Rose Greif, Rome, Georgia. Yichun Guo, Shenzhen, China, in absentia. Jenna Olivia Harrison, Kingston, Jamaica. Lauren Kelly Hauser, Rome, Georgia. Presley Grace Jackson, Kingston, Georgia. Spencer Dillman Kemp, Nassau, Bahamas. Kaif Mansoor Khan, Mumbai, India. Saif Mansoor Khan, Mumbai, India. Larissa Jacome Koblitz, Fortaleza, Brazil. Mehmet Koksal, Istanbul, Turkey. Thank you. Leah Grace Lambert, Rome, Georgia. Angelina Ann Laramie, Cumming, Georgia. Lauren Margaret Larimer Swan, Antigua and Barbuda. Oliver Smith Laimi Mariategui, Lima, Peru. Shun Mike Lei, Haiphong, Vietnam. Luke Evan Lewis, Rome, Georgia. Zuolon Li, Guangzhou, China, in absentia. John Edward Lloyd, Plano, Texas. Haobo Luo, Shenzhen, China, in absentia. Grace Ida Rose Lyons, Nassau, Bahamas. Tanya Elizabeth Maples, Odessa, Ukraine. William Joseph Marion II, Cedartown, Georgia. Cappy Houston May, Rome, Georgia. Carl Luke McDermott, Rome, Georgia. Caroline Pearl McRae, Rome, Georgia. Elijah Christian Christoph Mitchell, Nassau, Bahamas. Audrey Lynn Montgomery, Fulton, Maryland. Grayson Ann Morgan, Rome, Georgia. Carla Paola Munles Rojas, Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Luca Joshua Murdoch, Belfast, Northern Ireland. Jonathan James Murphy, Fayetteville, North Carolina. AUG Ningbongkun, Impal, India. Larry Noel, Nassau, Bahamas. John Jackson Norris, Rome, Georgia. Quinn Cullen O'Hearn, Washington, D.C. Favor Adeola Oyenischichi Oluchola, Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Daniel Luke Overbay, Somerville, Georgia. Jill Farrell Patel, Rome, Georgia. Owen Daniel Payne, Armurchie, Georgia. Yuti Ye Pong, Chengdu, China, in absentia. Trinity Ree Pyle, Rome, Georgia. Holly Francis Raper, Rome, Georgia. Charles Wallace Reed, Charlotte, North Carolina. Elbert John Robertson III, Rome, Georgia. Tate Lee Roberts, Rome, Georgia. Madison Julia Elizabeth Rogers, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Stover Troud Rudolph, Metairie, Louisiana. Bert Ellis Shrimshire, Rome, Georgia. Hannah Elizabeth Scott, Grand Patrick James Sheely, Cartersville, Georgia. Abigail Laura Schul, Brentwood, Tennessee. Knox Williamson Sermons, Rome, Georgia. Alyssa Diane Smith, Cartersville, Georgia. Thomas Patrick Speed, Rome, Georgia. Owashiji Owashileun Shoita, Lagos, Nigeria. Olawatomi-san Adewumi Shoita, Lagos, Nigeria. Brinson Lane Sumner, Rome, Georgia. Benjamin William Gregory Thompson, Nassau, Bahamas. Oliver Scott Townsend, Nassau, Bahamas. Diego Villanueva Gutierrez, San Luis Potosi, Mexico. Catherine Grace Wade, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Elizabeth Reagan Warden, Rome, Georgia. Tyler Andrew Watkins, Rome, Georgia. Davis Williams Watson, Fayetteville, North Carolina. China in absentia. Ivy Cole Waters, Rome, Georgia. Ashlyn Brianna Woods, Rome, Ackworth, Georgia. Stephen Yan, Shanghai, China, in absentia. Yuan Wan, Nanjing, China, in absentia. Jacob Zelenak, Prague, Czech Republic. Ian Zhan, Weipang, China, in absentia. And Shanzhou, Guangzhou, China, in absentia.
Graduates, please stand. By the authority vested in me by the trustees, I welcome you into the fellowship of alumni and alumni of Darlington School, with all the privileges and responsibilities attendant thereto. I further charge you to become living examples of the motto of Darlington School: always seeking wisdom more than knowledge, service beyond self, honor above everything. Alumni of the Darlington class of 2021, congratulations. Please join me in congratulating this very special class. Do you want to throw your programs? You want to try it again? Please join me in congratulating this very special class. Please be seated as we conclude our ceremony this morning. It is my privilege to continue a Darlington tradition and to leave you with these words of the Apostle Paul. Finally, brethren, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is gracious, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. What you have learned and received and heard and seen, do, and the God of peace will be with you. Please stand and join the class of 2021 as they sing the alma mater as alumni for the first time, led by Siji Shota. It's all yours.
On the city's southern border, shall weave about thee love that cannot die. For whatever be our watchword, conquer and prevail. Hail to thee, our alma mater, Darlington, all hail. God, our gracious Father, hear our voices lifted high. Bless, O Darlington, forever. Let her never die. For whatever be our watchword, conquer and prevail. Hail to thee, our alma mater, Darlington, all hail.
We'll now hear a closing prayer from the concert choir.
The time has come, O Lord, for us to leave this place. Guide us and protect us and lead us in thy grace. Wherever life may take us, as we go our separate ways, help us share with others the things we share today. May the peace of God the Father and the love of Christ His Son guide us in the days ahead and strengthen us each one. May the blessings of the Spirit fill us from within. God bless us and return us to this fellowship once again.
Please stand. And bow your heads. O God, this graduating class of 2021 now ascends to broader life and wider experience. Guide and direct us, we pray, as we advance to new academies of learning and to new pathways of life. Increase in our minds the lessons of the classroom. Seal in our hearts the qualities of caring and generosity, and enlarge in our souls the lessons of truth and honor, friendship and loyalty, justice and compassion. Strengthen us in temptation, inspire and aid us in every good work. Help us to remember that from those to whom much is given, much is expected. Amen.